I lied. Sometimes I do that, y'all. Sometimes I lie. But, I don't lie about stuff that's, I lie about, my emotions. Like if I get triggered by something and I feel like I need to talk about it, then chill, I'm going to talk about it. And I had time because I got up early and I did the chores that I had to do, helped out with the puppies and things, and fed the dogs and all that, and had me some tea. And I cleaned up yesterday. I washed clothes, so I have a little free time while it's early, to do a live. So this may throw off tomorrow's live. But yeah, because I said that I would probably do a live tomorrow. So because I'm doing this live today, this may definitely throw off um the live for tomorrow. But yeah, so um I um I've been thinking like the ancestors really, like I was lucid dreaming like last night, like I was having like hey Diana, I was having like a lucid dream last night, and then while I was doing my chores when I woke up, I was thinking, just about everything that's going on in society, and just thinking about my body, thinking about my physical health, thinking about, the challenges that I'm feeling in my body as someone who's about to be 48 years old. Um, and just when I was getting ready to start beating up on myself, because there are psychic attacks. You hear people's voices in your mind, or you hear voices in your mind, and a lot of times, when I talk to my daughters about this, I call it, ghost. Like ghosts are not just apparitions that you can feel moving through the house or sense inside your home or sense inside a space you've never been in. Ghosts can live in your thoughts. Those ghosts can live in your psyche. And that's when you start allowing these thoughts to run rampant in your head that try to convince you that you're less than, that you're inferior, that you're not enough, that you are somehow failing, as a human being, that you've missed the mark, that, hold on, because I need to mute this group. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. But hey, KJ Vegas. But yeah, like, you get lost in this, you get caught up in this mindset of this idea that you're not enough. You go to chasing ghosts, you go to believing that you're inferior, just that. And so um I always be saying I don't meditate enough, but I really honestly have gotten to the point to where I spend so much time in my head that I don't have to be a person who is being still to actually meditate. Like when I was a child, I think I had to like get quiet, go in a quiet space, go in a closet and like cut the lights off and like be in that area in order to meditate, like that production. But I really honestly have gotten so good at meditation that I could meditate while I'm doing stuff because I literally be in my head and I'm receiving messages and I'm hearing thoughts and I'm hearing, I'm being, someone is communicating with me. Hey, Cara. And so today, um, I was getting this message about, I started thinking about TikTok and I started thinking about when they shut down TikTok for those couple of days, and it was like a equation that was coming together in my mind. And I was like, okay, they shut down TikTok. And then I saw a video, and this black dude was talking about how they're not talking about the aliens that much on TikTok. And I noticed that, like, when before they reset the algorithm, we was getting alien updates all the time. Like they was telling us about aliens in the water. My goodness, I don't know what's going on with this group. I wish I could mute this group, because it's really, really working my nerves. I hope they stop sending messages because that shit working my nerves. But yeah, so yeah, but like I was saying, so like in TikTok, they was talking about the aliens and then they stopped talking about they stopped talking about the aliens. And I was like, ain't that interesting? Then I started thinking about the Bible. I started thinking about how in the Bible they said when the beings came down and the beings created us, they said they made us in their likeness, both male and female, they made in their likeness. Then it talks about the split. It talks about Eve being taken from Adam's rib, even though I think they kind of like switched that story around a little bit because I don't think the separation happened like that. But even in the Bible, they acknowledge that a split happened and they say that they made male and female in their image. Now, we've been hearing a lot of um, confirmations that the aliens are coming back. Like, I don't think it's long before, because I think they're already here, but I don't think it's long before they reveal themselves. And I think that when they reveal themselves, we're going to find out that they are not split, that they are not like us. What made them inferior? What makes us inferior? Like that brings a whole new meaning to Kendrick Lamar's song. They not like us. Like literally, they not like us. So when we figure out that the reason why they split us was for us to be inferior to them, because who is concerned about genitalia? Like who's concerned about genitalia? Slave traders. Like when they used to sell slaves, you got a certain price for the man and you got a certain price for the woman. You know what I'm saying? So slave traders, people like we were made, we were intentionally split. I'm going around YouTube shorts teaching people history. But yeah, so I just think that a lot is about to come full circle, and I think that there's an intentional reason why Donald Trump is focusing on the trans community, and he's trying to reinforce this notion that there's only two genders. I got a whole lot of thoughts going on in my head. I don't know if the aliens about to come out and the aliens are upset because we're trying to evolve and we trying to come back together and become our whole selves, like because it first starts in the mind. First you got to start it in the mind. First you got to see it in the mind. And having trans people, like being able to visibly see trans beings who literally walking around here looking male and female, or having non-binary people who literally walking around here looking male and female. That's how it starts. Everything starts in the mind. And like they said, seeing is believing. So you gotta see it to believe it. What they say, if I can see it, then I can do it. If I can believe it, there's nothing to it. So, like, you really, really got to see it to believe it. And then that's how you achieve it. See, believe, achieve, or whatever. But anyway, so like now you gotta get the trend. So I don't know. Maybe the aliens are mad because we are we are trying to evolve, and maybe the aliens, maybe some of them don't want us to evolve. Maybe some of them want us to stay halflings. Maybe some of them don't want us to figure out the truth. Like, 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 like I saw Prometheus, and part of me, because the world is so messed up, I want to have this idea that, all of the aliens, they gonna come here and save us, and they gonna they gonna come here, and they just gonna care, and they gonna be, and we gonna make a change for what's in my life. Like the aliens gonna come here, and they're gonna be like that. And like we not gonna have no beef with the aliens. But like, because Prometheus was like, they went to go and look for the aliens, and they wanted to go and meet the aliens, and the aliens was not really feeling the reunion. Like, if y'all ever seen Prometheus, the aliens was not feeling the reunion. Now, part of me doesn't believe that all of them are like that. Like, I believe that there's probably some aliens who are like ready for us to evolve, who were probably mad about us being created in the first place, who probably felt what was being done to us was wrong, and having our DNA distorted and spliced and broken apart so that we could be servants. I don't want to believe that all of the aliens was like slaves. I don't want to believe that all of them. Like, I don't want that to be the narrative. I'm praying, to the creator, to mother, father, to the being that, is responsible for all of us. Cause I don't think that we were created by source. I think that we were created by some beings that were on a higher level than us, some beings that were more closer to source than us. And so I don't think that we came directly from, I think that there was, we came through some beings. Like, I think that's how we got here. I don't think that we came straight from the source, so but I want to believe that, and I want to feel in my heart, and I hope I'm not, crazy or foolish to believe or to feel in my heart, because I try to be careful with that word believe, because lie is in it. But that some of the aliens are really legit. Like, they don't have a problem with us evolving. They don't have a problem with us embracing our wholeness. Because this the thing, even when they were splitting us, even when they were splicing our ancestors, you still gotta use the same DNA. You still got to use the same DNA. So they may have been able to split us genitalia wise, but it may have been a little bit more complicated to split us mind wise, like to split the brain. Like they probably couldn't split the brain. They probably couldn't, like, and that's why you have some beings who are born with genitalia that goes with, like, say if you born male, you have genitalia that goes with your body. Like, like on the outside you look male. You nothing weird about you, but your brain is still male and female. Like, your brain is still, hey, 100% pure love. Your brain is still male and female. So they probably had a little trouble like dissecting that brain. They probably, that brain always gonna tell the truth. That brain always gonna spill the tea. And so they couldn't do their brain. And that's why, because when you think about it, they try to make it like female and male is so different. But when you look at, like, I'm so grateful for the opportunity of being around, like having access to, like, animals. Like, we get to see how cats maneuver, we get to see how dogs maneuver. And there's really not a lot of difference between male and female cats and male and female dogs until it comes time for the cat to go into heat, or until the female cat to go into heat, or until it comes time for the female dog to go and eat heat, until it has to do with everything that has to do with the reproductive organs That's the only time you really see a difference in animals. You don't really see a difference in animals until it's something around reproductive. And this is what I personally believe. I think that something has been done to females, human females, to make their cycle more intense. Because when you look at cats and dogs, they don't bleed like that. Like cats and dogs don't be around here. Like female cats don't be around here, blood everywhere, blood for days, blood for 7 days, needing maxi pads and all that. Like it don't be a lot of blood. You really honestly legit don't see a lot of blood from cats. You don't see a lot of blood from dogs. And it's because they don't eat garbage. It's because they have to eat certain foods. And I think that the female cycle has gotten to the point to where there's all this blood, and it's such a purging cycle because of the things that the female is putting into the body. Because I've done some research on how the cycle used to be, and I followed some healers, like some females who have cycles who are healers, and I've listened to them talk about the difference in their flow. And they don't have a heavy flow. Like they don't have like a flow where they need like tampons and maxi pads and stuff every day because of how they eat and how they take care of themselves. They have a light flow, and sometimes it be over really really quickly. And so I think that a lot of the complications that come in the female body have to do with the food that they're eating, have to do with their stress levels, have to do with the environment. And I think a lot of that is intentional to create this reality where the female just feels like she's super super different from the male. And I feel like we're obsessed with genitals in this reality, like this obsession with genitalia. It's two things that I find humans in our society to be really obsessed with. We are obsessed with genitals, and we are obsessed with convenience. Genitals and convenience. But this is what needs to be clear, and what really sparked this video was yesterday. I was talking to somebody. I saw this video where this little young girl, this grown man slapped the piss out of this young girl. I mean, when I tell you he slapped slob from her mouth, and she was teasing his son, and she wanted him to stop teasing her son. She He wanted her to stop teasing his son, and she wouldn't. She ignored him, and she continued to tease his son. And when he told her, he said, "You can't do that," and she did it. And she looked at him, and she said something cute, and she had all her little friends, and she wanted her friends to tee hee. And so he batted her in her mouth. I mean, he knocked her right off of her feet. Can't explain why that bopping made her weak. And she was like, "Call the police, call the police." And somebody in the comment section was like, he warned her before he did it. And if she would have been trying to show out in front of her friends, she effed around and found out. And I was in agreement, because I was like, okay, the girl kept teasing his child. I don't know if I would have slapped. I don't know if I would have slapped the hell out of her. I think me and my child would have just walked off. Like I would have said, "Look, don't do that again. Like next time, like, or where's your parents," or something like that. I don't know if I would have slapped the hell out of her, but I understood it. I understood, because maybe that's in their culture, because it did look like some type of Indian culture. And I think they're very like patriarchal, and like it's a heavy, like they said, when you go over there to India, they said them men is known for like raping the women over there. So like, but I kind of understood culturally why he batted her in the mouth. But then when the woman was like responding, she said, "You don't disrespect a real man, and that's right. You mess with a real man, that's what you gonna get." And I was like, and I commented back, and I was like, "But why does it matter if he was male or female? Like, why does it matter if he was a man or a woman? Like, don't disrespect an adult. Like don't be disrespectful to an adult. Like, respect people in general. Why did why did you have to make it about genitals? Why did you have to make it about genitalia? Why? And this is what people don't understand. This is why we have not had a female woman president. This is why we will never have one, because a lot of females who identify as women, y'all hate y'all self low key, and y'all always finding a way to exalt patriarchy and to exalt men, because that's a real man, because he acting like a real man, because the real man this and the real man that. Why it all like why does it always come to genitalia? Like why does it always come to genitals? Like why do y'all make everything about genitals? Like that is to me, and when I go to beating myself up about the body that I'm in and the changes that I've made to my body, and people try to say, "Oh, you mentally ill because you did all of that to yourself." No, I have physical issues. I deal with physical discomfort. I deal with physical challenges because of the changes that I've made to my body, because of all the mental illness that's around me. I made so many changes to my body to feel comfortable in my body because of all the mental illness that's around me. So many of y'all are mentally ill because y'all are obsessed with genitals. Y'all are obsessed with reducing yourself to penis and vagina. Y'all are obsessed with it. And so I've literally been around here self-mutilating to navigate a reality of delusion. I am physically putting my body through all of this because y'all are mentally ill. Y'all are the ones that are mentally ill, and y'all are projecting that shit on me. Society is sick. The only people that are worried about your genitals are slave traders. Hey, Kaneen, the beautiful. Thank you. Oh my goodness, your headpiece is so unique. Just like you, I love it. Cat Maxi Pants laughing my ass off. You may have hit onto something because I know from experience that we do not all have the same flow. Say it again, yes. And that's the truth. Like, and like I just been sitting here like thinking about it because since I had my revision, and I don't regret it. Like I really don't. Like with all the complications that I've had, because there have been complications. Shell. But what I had before, it's just taking longer to heal because the surgery was more invasive. And I'm a person who takes good care of myself. So I'm not used to experiencing discomfort in my body. I've been living with the nothingness for almost 22 years, and she ain't really caused me no discomfort. I know how to get in the kitchen and make myself feel good. But like since I had that revision, child, my bladder, I gotta pee multiple times a day. It always feels like it's some type of urinary tract infection going. It's always some. It's taking me longer to heal, and that makes me mad. Like it upsets me because I'm like, if I wasn't in this halfling reality with all these simple-minded genitalia, like porn is the work of Satan. And when I say the work of Satan, I mean porn was like like y'all like I'm trying not to curse in this video, and it's challenging, but porn like my uncle introduced me to porn when I was 13 years old because he was trying to show me that, males are supposed to do this to females and this is how it goes. I don't watch porn every week. I don't watch porn every 2 weeks. Sometimes I go months without watching it. I'll get a craving like when I done took a testosterone shot or something. And it's crazy. I didn't really get into porn until I had my sex change. Because when my partners used to want to watch porn before I had the surgery, I did not like to watch porn. Now, I noticed that a lot of the males that I would be with, they would like to watch porn. And I really feel like porn, whatever y'all want to call it, it has really done something to y'all mentally. Like, y'all are obsessed. Y'all are obsessed with genitals. Society is so sick. And the fact that y'all have thrown a glamour and y'all try to make it look like it's the trans people that's sick. Y'all try to make it look like beings who literally honor everything that's in them, who honor the masculine and the feminine, who honor the male and the female. And don't get me wrong, I'm disgusted by the trans community too, because a lot of the trans community, y'all try to live up to these false expectations of what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man. Y'all have created these Delulu Deluluroy standards of masculinity and femininity. Like, I understand that it's a response to the delusion, it's a response to the sickness, but some of y'all have mastered the sickness. Like, some of my trans community, y'all have transmuted the sickness and have become wizards and warlocks and witches in the sickness. Y'all around here outperforming beings who are born with the genitalia that aligns with the construct. Y'all literally out here creating a new expectation for something that was made up to begin with. You've literally went deeper into the foolishness. Like, you see the sewage, and instead of you going a different route, you go deeper into the cesspool. That's what a lot of trans people have done. And this is why I was so adamant about Lay Lim Lay Lur. Because a lot of trans people, y'all saw the sewage. Y'all saw the cesspool, and you said, let me go deeper into the water. Yes, I did go and get the vagina. But you don't see me round here trying to perform some idea or trying to live up to some standard, some make-believe standard of what it means to be feminine. You don't see me trying to lay guidelines and guide and trying to create structure and trying to gatekeep femininity. You don't see me doing that. You don't, like, if I would have been born trans masculine, like, it's a lot of trans people who gatekeep femininity and gatekeep masculinity. Y'all, you hear this all the time. Cause we out here, we doing it better than y'all. We look better than some of you women. We look better than you men. What is that? It's a trauma response. Did you hear what I said? It's a trauma response. It's a trauma response. You out here trying to outdo. What is that? And so, hey, Flame. I'm just in this place in my life where I'm trying to I'm trying to stay here in the physical form and continue to be a light, but it almost feels like I need to just disconnect myself from people because society has become so toxic. Society has become so toxic, and it is exhausting. It's exhausting. When we research who trans people were, you know, in our heritage, in our culture, what made us special, what made us beautiful, what made us who we were was the fact that we walked between the worlds. And in order to survive this reality, we have decided to gatekeep either side. And that's the part that's problematic. And as a person who is not only queer, but also a person of color, I mean, black, negritude, we have enough to navigate. We have enough things coming at us. We have enough things attacking us. I told you before, you are a true teacher. Trauma response, I understand. It is. They got us in hell with all the foolishness. They do. They do. They do. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Instead of my siblings saying, you know what, this is a cesspool, this is toxic, this is not honoring everything that's in me. A lot of my siblings want to compete, and the competition is reductive because you're competing with, instead of us looking at a lot of cis heterosexual people, instead of us looking at them like, it's like how I look at some of my Caucasian siblings. I look at them and I say, like, I look at some of the little pink babies and I be like, oh, because they do things, and when they do certain things, I be like, you do that because you have a lack of melanin. I have patience with them because I'm like, that's that that's them light skinned genes. that's that's them pink so genes. That's why you doing that. And so I have patience for them because I know where some of the foolishness come from. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Flame. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. But I look at and so that's how I look at some of the cis heterosexual people. I look at them like they have been more brainwashed, and we are bold enough to be free. We're bold enough to own everything that's within us. We're bold enough to be open about who we are. We're bold enough to do that. And so we're supposed to teach them. We're supposed to help them to heal. We're supposed to help them to become more whole. We're not supposed to compete with them. We're supposed to be the example that helps to liberate them and helps them to become more free, helps them to become more comfortable in their body, and helps them to feel more free and more liberated within themselves, instead of raising a standard as a competition. Like out here competing, like us out here competing with them. Oh, jail. I just don't, and I just feel like it's reductive, and in the long term, it is hurting us as a movement. It's not only hurting us as trans people, it's not only hurting us as queer people, but a lot of times this falls on people that look like this and not like this. So, we keep dividing ourselves. Child, we only 13% of the population is black people. Then we're even smaller part of the population as queer people. Then when you break it down to just trans, you compartmentalizing yourself even more. And we're just making it harder for ourselves. And I just, that's what I wanted to get on here and say today, and I'm honored, Flame, that has with everything that has went on. I know that in the past I have said things, but that was out of ignorance, and the parts of you that I don't always understand, you come from a different generation than me. But I definitely have a different amount of respect for you. That's why when the girls be saying what they be saying, or when the girls give what they give, you notice I don't I don't jump on the bandwagon no more. Because from what I've seen of you and from what I've heard from you, I get it. I understand how you move. And when you give a booking, these girls can say what they want to say, baby. It be clear that brain is working excellently. That brain works. That brain works well. So I'm not a bandwagon girl. I'm not a bandwagon girl, but when your narrative first came out and you first entered the main stage, I was on the bandwagon, and we know this. We know I was on the bandwagon. We know I made my little comments, but over time, I started to do my own research, and I started to follow you and listen to you for myself, and I started to hear what you were saying for myself. And I have to say that I don't have the same opinion that the rest of the community has of you, like that a lot of girls have of you. And I think it's just because a lot of us want to be halflings. A lot of us think that we think that it is we think that it is we think that's winning when you could be better at being a halfling than them. We think that that's And as a person that could sit here and say, that could be vulnerable enough to say that I have done things to myself, to feel comfortable in my body. I don't regret them because, child, I like I had to go through this. Like these are things that I had to go through this. There was no other way for me to get to where I am in consciousness. I wouldn't be the person that I am. I wouldn't think the way that I think. I know if I wouldn't have had my orchiectomy, if I wouldn't have had my orchiectomy when I was 29, I would be dead. I would not have survived to even know who I am. My journey was already predestined and laid out for me. And so everything that I've went through, I've had to go through. And I just hope and pray that we will finally become a world and become a society where we don't have to go through these things in order to be celebrated, in order to be respected, in order to be loved, in order to be understood, in order to be appreciated. When I say that I have paid the price, that's why I call my vagina a purple heart, honey. That's what that piece is about right there, baby, because this is a war, honey. This is war. And I've been in the fight. Bitch. Bitch, I didn't have to go to the war to lose no limbs, bitch. I lost them right here. Let me stop. Let me get off the live because I'm about to start cursing. I was about to start cursing, honey. This is war. And I've been in the war. I've been in the fight. But I haven't lost my light. I did not lose my light. I did not lose my light. I did not forget who I was. I did not lose myself. I have not lost me. I love all of me. I love Antoine. I love Tila. And I love the being that I've become, Kaneen. So, yeah, that's what I have for y'all. But when them aliens come, honey, I'm excited. I hope they come soon. let me let me stop. Because y'all ain't ready for them aliens. But I hope them aliens, when they come and they show us the reason why we like we is because they made us, they split us. They split us up so we could be inferior. And when that get through to some people head, honey, and that great getting up morning, when that rising, honey, when we finally get that through our system, honey, it's gonna hit different, ain't it? But anyway, I love y'all, and I just had to get on here and say that today. I ordered this. I ordered two things yesterday. So I got this book I'm about to start reading. It's called Sacred Instructions, Indigenous Wisdom for Living Spirit-Based Change. Um, and it's a narrative of an indigenous wisdom that provides a roadmap for spirit and a compass of compassion for humanity. So I'm gonna read this book because this is supposed to, help you to like learn how to care for nature and to care for the earth. I love you too, Thinkstress. Thank you. And I also ordered this yesterday. I thought I was gonna use this tomorrow. I thought but so we're gonna have court. Yeah, we're gonna do some type of. I'm trying, still working it out. Like I told y'all to send me some ideas on TikTok and on Instagram. Nobody ain't sent me nothing yet. Hopefully, Anandia will do it because I'm counting on Anandia to help me with that. But anyway, y'all have a beautiful evening. Down by the now that I say cool, well, a beautiful rest of your day. Down by the now that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Ian Gandhi, Iyanko, Kulo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you are bound and round, both circle and square. We too speak life, so operations beware, sending healing to those in despair, El Babosawa, which means we come in peace, no harm to any lay lim lay lar. Remember, you don't have to be filthy rich to stand on business. Thank you 100% for the purple and the gray hearts. Um Hilarious. I have one too. All right, thank you, Thinkstress, and thank you, Flame, so much for coming on here. Just seeing me. I appreciate it when I get the elders' attention. But I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Take care and have a beautiful evening. Mwah.